1. Nick Offerman on Ron Swanson's political views. Dumb people think he voted for Trump. 2. Nick Offerman claps back at claims Ron Swanson would support Trump. Parks and Recreation. 1. Nick Offerman on Ron Swanson's political views. Dumb people think he voted for Trump. Is it possible that people are completely misunderstanding one of television's most iconic characters? Nick Offerman, the actor who brought Ron Swanson to life on Parks and Recreation, certainly thinks so, and he isn't holding back. Here's the twist that might surprise you. Offerman believes that only those lacking critical thinking would assume Ron Swanson is a supporter of Donald Trump. But here's where it gets controversial. Offerman says that, in reality, Swanson would be the last person to cast his vote for Trump. During a conversation with IndieWire, Offerman explained that he wanted absolute clarity on this issue, so he went straight to the source, the show's creator, Mike Schur. Schur was unequivocal, stating that Ron Swanson would have utterly loathed Trump, even calling him an absolute idiot. The reasoning? Swanson, a champion of true capitalism, would see Trump's decision to move from business into public office as a cardinal error for any real capitalist. The absolute dumbest move for a capitalist is to step into government service, Offerman recounted. And this is the part most people miss. Swanson's disdain wouldn't just be about economic philosophy. Offerman emphasized that Swanson's core values, respect for others and integrity, would have clashed directly with Trump's behavior. Swanson, he said, would never support someone perceived as disrespectful to women and various other groups. As Offerman put it, Ron is fundamentally a good person. Of course, not everyone agrees, and that's what makes this so debatable. After all, some fans argue that Swanson's libertarian views could align with Trump's anti-establishment image. Where do you stand? Parks and Recreation, beloved for its quirky ensemble and heartfelt humor, aired on NBC from 2009 until 2015. Yet, even years after the finale, Ron Swanson's values remain a point of heated debate. And here's where the story gets a little more heated. Offerman has had to defend Swanson's legacy before. When Michael Flynn Jr., the son of Trump's ex-national security advisor, used a clip of Swanson throwing a rainbow flag into the trash to mock Pride Month, Offerman was quick to respond. The original scene didn't involve a flag at all. Swanson had tossed his work computer in the dumpster. Offerman fired back on X, formerly Twitter, reminding everyone that Ron was actually the best man at his gay friend Typhoon's wedding. Ron was best man at a gay wedding, you dumb F. Happy Pride. This moment is a prime example of how pop culture can be co-opted, and how creators and actors sometimes fight to protect it. So, let's open it up to you. Do you agree with Offerman's take, or do you think Ron Swanson's principles might have made him a Trump supporter after all? Is it fair for actors and creators to define what their characters would or wouldn't believe long after a show ends? Share your thoughts, let's get this debate going. 2. Nick Offerman claps back at claims Ron Swanson would support Trump. Parks and Recreation. Nick Offerman's mic-drop response to critics who misinterpret his iconic Ron Swanson character has sparked a firestorm of debate. The Parks and Recreation star recently took aim at misinformed fans who claimed his beloved character would have backed Donald Trump, calling their assumptions both misguided and offensive. Dumb people insists Ron Swanson would have voted for Trump, but Offerman argues this is a complete misunderstanding of the character's core values. Ron was a libertarian, a philosophy that champions individual freedom, limited government, and respect for personal choice, he explained. Trump's policies, however, represent the opposite of what Ron stood for. He'd see Trump as a fool for abandoning capitalism and disrespecting women, minorities, and others he deeply valued. But here's where it gets controversial. While Offerman's take is clear, some argue that Ron's libertarian ideals might not align with modern political realities. And this is the part most people miss. Ron's humor often stemmed from his blunt honesty, not political ideology. Take, for example, the viral Pride Month incident last month. A post by Michael Flynn Jr., son of a former Trump advisor, edited a Parks and Recreation clip where Ron angrily tosses a computer monitor, replaced with a rainbow pride flag, into the trash. Ron was best man at a gay wedding, you dumb F******. Flynn wrote, prompting Offerman to retort, Happy Pride Month. Offerman has long been vocal about how his character is frequently misrepresented online. Ron isn't a caricature, he's a complex, principled person who despises hypocrisy and inequality. Yet, as the debate continues, one question lingers: should characters in comedy be held to real-world political standards, or is their role to reflect absurdity? What do you think? Sound off in the comments below.